Hello there guys, Wayne here from Luna's World. Good morning from Gatwick in London. And this is the Magknight 787 Dreamliner. And so this video is going to be an interesting one. If you are new to flight simming, or maybe if this has been off your radar, this aircraft has been quite controversial in a number of ways. People saying that it's not good. And I'm here to really kind of not necessarily dispel that, but to put a different angle on it. So I really see this aircraft as being unfinished, and I'm sort of seeing it as an investment of money, $44. Right now, you do not get really, I would say, what we have come to expect from payware aircraft in terms of texturing. Let's jump into the cockpit and we'll have a look here. While it's not bad, I don't know, there's a sort of a cheap feel about it. It doesn't quite look right in my view, but it doesn't look bad. It really doesn't. So what gives me the courage, or what gives me the trust that this is an investment and not just a waste of money? Well, the first thing is you can look on their website, you can see what they've been updating, and I think they are focusing quite rightly on systems. I think they are really getting the systems down in this aircraft, as it's a very complex aircraft, perhaps the most complicated aircraft ever to have taken to the skies because of the sort of modernness of it, if that makes sense, the fuel efficiency and everything else. So that's how I see it. I see this as an investment. It's not finished. It's very flyable. It's actually really nice to fly. The FMC is fully working. It's the default FMC. A lot of these systems do work now. We've just had an update to 1.5. And again, I'll put the link in the description. You guys can check out what they've added. Anyway, we're going to take this out for a bit of a circuit, couple of circuits maybe around Gatwick. But let's get this thing booted up and ready to depart. So the first thing we're going to do is align the IRSs. They take 7 minutes and 15 seconds, something like that. And then we're also going to start the APU. I'm going to get that going, and just generally enjoy starting this thing up, and looking forward to flying it. So we can see here that the APU is starting, EGT is rising, and the RPM is rising. Difficult to hear because it's quite far back. I can hear a faint whirring sound. All right, we should be reaching 100% soon. 100 RPM, and then we can go ahead and select the generators to give us power in the cabin. Okay, so we're still a little bit dark here. It's quite early in the morning, so I'm going to turn up these lights a little bit. And we can now switch to auto on here, and that's all looking good. So we'll go ahead and, oh, by the way, let's have a bit of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome aboard from a flight deck. This is your captain speaking. I want to thank all of you for being with us today. We are just getting the last of the luggage stowed on board, and we should be departing on time in just a few minutes. I will be speaking to you again later on, so thanks again and enjoy the flight.
Very nice. So this is a fun little add-on that I got for free in the the forum, and I've actually got the BA sounds programmed in. So actually, we'll go automatic sounds here, and we'll continue with our setup here. So now that the APU is on and powered, we can actually start to. We could start the engines actually. Why don't we do that? Let's turn the fuel pumps on, and engine startup is really simple here. We click on start, We wait for this. I can actually start both engines at the same time with the APU. Let's feed in some fuel. Oh yeah, beacon. My bad. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll go to on here. Okay, it's looking good. Good start there. So I'm not doing checklists today, guys. I just want to get this up and running as soon as possible, and we'll go flying. Okay, it's starting engine 2. Let me just, oops. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Not a good idea. I think it's still going to start though. Yep, we're all good there. Okay, N1 increasing. Good. So let's go ahead then and turn on the hydraulics and turn all these to auto. Packs can go on now. Get some air in here. Let's get a slightly better view. Window heat can go on. Generators. Nav light, logo light. Pressurization we won't worry about. We're not going very far or high. I think that's kind of it almost. Yeah, so obviously now we would start setting up the EFB, but we're not going to do that because we are just going to do some circuits here at Gatwick. So not a full sector flight today. So, yeah, this is cool. So this is where you would plan. It uses better pushback, so that's another thing. We're going to have to morph through the buildings here a little bit. But this is where you would input the performance of the aircraft. You put in your. Actually, we could do it. Why don't we do it? EGKK. Whoops. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, and destination the same. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. And then that opens up this. We can select the runway, the condition, wind, and all sorts of stuff, and it will calculate your speeds. But we won't do that today because we're not doing a full flight. Okay, good. So we're really now just waiting for the IRS. We've got a minute and a half to wait for that.
Securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight, even when the sign is off. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at your side. Inflate your life jacket when you leave the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for children. In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing, you'll be told to take this protective brace position. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. Move quickly to the closest usable exit, taking nothing with you. High-heeled shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor-level lighting, will help you find your way to the exits. These are clearly signed. There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front. Your crew will now point out the exits nearest to you. To open the doors, move the handle in the direction of the red arrow. Open Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides. The slides can also be inflated by pulling this handle. Jump onto the slide and move away from the aircraft. If the aircraft has landed on water, these slides detach to form rafts. As you leave the aircraft, inflate your life jacket by pulling the red tag. If necessary, blow into this mouthpiece to top up the air. The life jacket is fitted with a light and a whistle. Your oxygen mask is behind the panel just above your head. If the cabin air system should fail, this will be released. Stay in your seat and pull the mask towards you to open your supply. Please note that the bag does not inflate. Place it over your mouth and nose and adjust the band to secure it, then breathe normally. Do make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before helping anyone else. In some areas, you release the mask by pulling on this coloured streamer. All electronic devices, including mobile phones, must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and landing. Please ensure your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once we're airborne. Please check High Life magazine. Take care your hand baggage isn't blocking the aisles or exits. It must be put under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. But place items in the locker carefully, as they may fall and injure someone. As we prepare for takeoff, please make sure that your tray table is put away, your seat is upright, and your armrest is down. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions, please ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
Rightio. All right, landing lights going on, and let's taxi on out. Get ourselves lined up. Okay, that's looking good. Let's just bring ourselves to a stop here. Set a parking brake. Let's just set our runway heading. Okay, right, so runway lights are on, and I think we're good to go. Let's set rejected takeoff. We're not using flight directors actually, so we'll keep those off. Doing this visual today. It looks a bit murky, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, let's get this thing up in the air. Okay, takeoff power set. Okay, and I'll rotate about here. My speed brake is extended for some reason. Okay, positive rate. Checked. Let's just keep the speed under control here, and we're going to start our left-hand turn. Okay, keep around 2,000 feet-ish. Plus or minus a few feet. So quite a tight circuit. But I kind of would like to have a couple of goes at this if we've got time, if you guys aren't too bored. Is that the town of Crawley? Creepy Crawley? Below us, I think. Alright, let's roll out. Okay, altitude is just a bit, it's looking good now. Okay. So we rolled a little bit too far. Okay. Good. All right. Okay, that's looking good now. Whoops, altitude. Let's start a left-hand turn again. Let's just watch our speed. Not exactly the smoothest flight for the premium BA customers. And rolling out. Keep it going, there we go. Okay, that's looking good. I like to start my rollout sort of between these two markings. Give myself about 7 or so degrees to roll out of the turn. Okay, so Gatwick is just over there, just in the murky mist. Can't really see it. Oh, hang on. No, it's over here, isn't it? Yeah, it's here. Yeah, it's about adjacent to it now. We're here. Okay, looking good. Let's watch our altitude. And watch our heading. Okay. All right, let's jump out and have a look from the externals. have to say, actually, the texturing outside is nice. And I've gained a ton of altitude there, but let's just correct that. Yeah, I think it looks good from the outside. And, you know, it's not half bad inside either. Alright, let's start our turn now. And we'll go gear down and flaps 10. Okay.
Cabin crew, please prepare cabin for landing. Please prepare cabin for landing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach. I'd like to thank all of you for flying with us today. We appreciate the business and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Okay, PAPI lights in sight. I think we got one white. Hard to tell. I think we've got two white now. We're actually landing in the wrong direction, but never mind. We'll just be careful with our speed. We've got a tailwind here. Alright, flaps 25. A little bit of a steep descent here. Checked. Okay, let's roll out of this. Try and maintain 500 feet on this glide slope. Speed looking good. We're a bit fast actually. Okay, and touchdown. Okay, reverses. Whoopsie, rudder control, and we'll come off here. Let's clean up. Okay, pretty happy with that. That wasn't too bad. Definitely more BA than Ryanair. That's for sure. She flies nice. I really, really like flying this aircraft. It feels nice, feels good. Obviously, I don't know. I've never flown one in real life. But one of my best friends does actually fly for BA in the Dreamliner. He's a Dreamliner captain. So when he comes over to Thailand for a visit, I'll get him to fly it and yeah, I'll pass on his feedback. Right, let's go runway lights off now. But yeah, very fun, very, well, very payware-like, actually. So I really like how it handles. They've worked on the flight model, and it feels great. It feels good, sounds good, and from the outside looks good. And you know what? I'm getting used to I don't really notice this anymore. So I guess it begs the question, how important is... I'm just seeing this aircraft, Norwegian. Is he going to go... Okay, we'll come off here. You know, of course it matters. Of course it does. But like I said, I have a feeling, and I don't know, I might be completely wrong, but I think they are spending time working on the systems, getting that perfected, and then they might work on the cabin, the shadows, the cockpit. But the outside to me looks good. I haven't studied the full look of a 787, to be honest. But it looks pretty decent to me. But yeah, you guys can make up your own mind. See it as an investment if you get it. You know, you can see the rate at which they're updating things. It's you know, it's moving along. The price may well go up because this is a quite an in-demand aircraft to fly because of well, I don't know, it's modern, isn't it? It's a newish aircraft, and it's fun. It's fun to fly this. It's really handles well on the ground and in the air. So promising, very promising. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Please don't just bash it, because, you know, what's the point? This thing is in development. Yes, you have to pay for it, but for an airliner, $44, and with the rate of which they are updating, I think it's pretty reasonable. I'm happy with this. Anyway, I'm going to park probably just here. Oops, a bit closer. Never mind. There's not even a stand here. Well, there is, but it's... Oh, we just blinded the guy with the taxi lights. Anyway, there we go, guys. So I hope you found this interesting. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that flight. I hope you guys did too. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, guys.